Have you ever wondered why your favorite NFL player has a specific number on their jersey? It's not always random. In fact, most of the time there is a special story behind it. Whether it's tied to a childhood hero, a lucky number, or even a number they were just stuck with. Want to know how these NFL stars picked their iconic number? Let's dive into the surprising stories behind those jersey numbers. When Patrick Mahomes was drafted by the Kansas City Chiefs in 2017, he was suddenly faced with a big decision. What number to wear? During his college days at Texas Tech, Mahomes sported the number 5, a number that had become synonymous with his identity on the field. However, upon arriving in Kansas City, Mahomes quickly realized his favorite number was already taken by kicker Cairo Santos. To claim the number, Mahomes would have to strike a deal with Santos, and such deals can often be costly. Mahomes initially decided to switch to number 15, but he later reconsidered, seriously contemplating buying the rights to his college number. Unfortunately, by the time he came to this decision, the NFL had already printed his jerseys with the number 15, and fans had begun pre-ordering them. Repurchasing all the pre-printed jerseys along with paying Santos would have cost Mahomes millions of dollars. In the end, practicality won out, and Mahomes stuck with number 15. And considering the success he's had, it seems to have worked out just fine. For Corey Davis, the number 84 is much more than a random selection. It's a tribute to his older brother, Titus Davis. When Corey arrived at Western Michigan University, he found his brother's former locker, complete with the number 84 jersey waiting for him. This was no coincidence. The coaches intentionally set him up to wear his brother's number, and Corey took it as both an honor and a challenge. Titus Davis had already established a successful football career before Corey arrived at Western Michigan, and stepping into his brother's number came with added pressure. But Corey thrived, amassing over 5,200 receiving yards during his college career. Later, when Corey entered the NFL as a first-round pick, he continued to wear 84, further solidifying his bond with his brother. Sadly, in November 2020, Titus passed away from a rare form of kidney cancer. The number 84 now holds even more significance for Corey, serving as a constant reminder of his brother's legacy and strength. It's a powerful example of how jersey numbers can be much more than just a number on the back of a jersey. They can represent family, love, and loss. Before we tell you the tragic story of Lamar Jackson, make sure you subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to get regular updates. Let's continue. Lamar Jackson's story of how he chose his jersey number is equally touching. As a kid, Lamar idolized Michael Vick and wanted to follow in his footsteps by wearing the number 7. However, when Lamar joined the University of Louisville, number 7 was already taken, so he had to choose something different. He ultimately selected number 8, but this choice was deeply personal, and when he was about to wear his number 8 jersey for the first time, this was his reaction.
Pretty cool to wear a number 8 Orioles jersey. No, my Calvin's getting in here.
Check it out. Yeah.
When Lamar was just 8 years old, his father and grandmother died in a tragic car accident on the same day. That devastating event forever changed his life, and wearing the number 8 became a tribute to the loved ones he lost. Today, Lamar continues to honor his father every time he steps on the field, using his remarkable talent to push forward in a way that would undoubtedly make his dad proud. Before we continue, here's a quick heads up. Calendars.com is running their October Black Friday sale right now, up to 70% off site-wide. If you're looking for NFL-themed calendars, planners, or gifts, now's the perfect time to grab a deal. Click my affiliate link in the description to check out the sale and support the channel. Don't miss out. Now, let's get back to it. You might be surprised to learn that Deshaun Watson, one of the NFL's top quarterbacks, found inspiration for his jersey number from an NBA player, J.J. Redick. Growing up, Watson wasn't initially dreaming of throwing touchdowns. He wanted to sink three-pointers just like Redick. He even wore the number 4 in high school, not because of a football hero, but because of Redick. In high school, Deshaun admired Redick's ability to shoot from beyond the arc and modeled his basketball game after him. Even though Watson eventually pivoted fully into football, his admiration for Redick remained strong. When he went to Clemson and later got drafted by the Houston Texans, he continued wearing the number 4, paying homage to his childhood idol, despite the switch from hardwood to gridiron. Before we move on to our next NFL star, do hit the like button and comment us below about your favorite NFL player. DeAndre Hopkins is one of the most recognizable wide receivers in the NFL today, but what many people don't know is that his jersey number, 10, was not something he chose for himself. Instead, it was inspired by a tragic event in his life, one that forever changed his perspective on the world. Hopkins grew up in South Carolina, in a neighborhood where it was all too easy to fall into the wrong crowd. Despite the odds, DeAndre managed to stay out of trouble, thanks in large part to the guidance of his cousin, who encouraged him to focus on football. His cousin saw DeAndre's potential and made it his mission to keep him away from the streets. But as is often the case, escaping that life was easier said than done. While DeAndre avoided trouble, his cousin didn't. He fell into the drug trade, and one day, the police received a tip about his illegal activities. The cops raided his house, found what they were looking for, and arrested him. He was sentenced to 10 years in prison for just $600 worth of drugs. This event left a lasting impact on DeAndre. His cousin had always been there for him, so when Hopkins made it to the NFL in 2013, he chose to wear the number 10 to honor him. On Twitter, he explained, "My big cousin from South Carolina did 10 years in jail for $600 worth of drugs. Let that sink in. That's the real reason I wear number 10. Every time Hopkins steps on the field wearing number 10, he's not just representing himself, he's playing for his cousin, the man who pushed him toward football and away from the streets." When Tom Brady left the New England Patriots to join the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, fans wondered if he would continue to wear his iconic number 12. Chris Godwin, a wide receiver for the Buccaneers, had been wearing number 12, but when Brady joined the team, Godwin graciously offered to give the number to Brady without hesitation. And when he was asked why he gave his number 12 jersey to Tom Brady for free, this was his reaction.
It made the most sense for me to give up my number, you know what I mean? And just out of respect for Tom and for what he's done, and hoping that maybe one day that I will get that same respect if needed later on down the road.
Godwin, who wore the number in honor of his late father, acknowledged that Brady was the greatest quarterback of all time and felt it was only right for him to wear 12. This gesture allowed Brady to continue his TB12 brand, and the rest is history, as Brady led the Buccaneers to a Super Bowl victory. If you think Godwin had done right, then comment us below. We would love to hear your opinion. For Russell Wilson, religion has always played a central role in his life, something he shared with his father. Growing up, the two would pray together regularly, and they both dreamed of Wilson making it big in sports. Wilson's talent extended beyond football. He was also a gifted baseball player and was even drafted by the Colorado Rockies in the MLB. But when his father passed away, everything changed for Wilson. His father's death was a turning point, and it helped Wilson realize his true passion was football. When Wilson entered the NFL, he knew he wanted his jersey number to reflect his deep religious faith. So, he chose the number 3, a tribute to the Holy Trinity. For Wilson, every game is more than just a competition. It's a way to honor both his faith and his late father. That's all for now. If you enjoyed watching how NFL players got their jersey numbers, you're going to love this one. Check out the GOAT at every position in the NFL, or click here to watch 10 scariest players in NFL history. See you in the next video.